Let's welcome in Khalid Robinson. He's going to be coaching the Golden State Warriors Summer League team in Vegas. Khalid, thank you so much for joining us, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, let me start out first by talking to you a little bit about where the Warriors are stationed out there in Vegas, because my understanding is, a lot of the teams kind of rent out gyms for a few hours at a time and then, have their workouts. But the Warriors have a place to hunker down for 2 weeks. And they have access to it all the time, or I'll let you fill in some more information.
So we have our own practice facility out here in Vegas, like Las Vegas Basketball Center. And the guys have access to it 24/7. Our equipment guy, Eric Housen, did an amazing job setting this place up. It has 5 courts on it. There's a full weight room. There's a section where our team chef Bert can set up, so there's meals ready for the players after practice. There's a film station there. We can watch film with the players there. And Eric did a great job kind of throwing up a lot of pictures of current and past players, big moments for the franchise and recent memory, championships and different moments on the court. And it's just a really special venue, and it's really helpful for our team to have something like this where we don't have to worry about court space. This is our dedicated space. We're not sharing it with anybody. And it just shows when you have the support of ownership and Joe and Peter and how much they support our team and support us and giving us a facility like this.
Man, Khalid, I'm so excited for you guys, and I'm bummed out we're not out there with you. But, one of my character flaws is I ask random questions. When did you know you were going to be coaching the squad? And then how big of an opportunity is this for you?
So I found out a few weeks after the season ended. I had a meeting with Coach Kerr, and he brought it up to me. He's like, hey, I want you to coach a summer league team. I think it'd be a great opportunity for you. And I was immediately very excited about it. It's just a really good opportunity for me to grow as a coach and also a person. And you step into a different role than what you have during the regular season. And there's just a different set of responsibilities that come with it, and a lot of different things that kind of come your way that don't come your way during the regular season, and you gain just this greater understanding for what Coach Kerr goes through and handles during the regular season. Obviously, Summer League is a much, much smaller scale, but there's a lot more asked of you when you're the head coach sitting in that seat. So it's just a really good opportunity for me to grow as a coach and also as a person.
Love it. Khalid Robinson joining us on 95.7 The Game. He's a Warriors assistant coach, but he'll be the head coach in Vegas for the Warriors Summer League team. I'd like to ask you a little bit about Yaxel Lendeborg. I caught some of him in the California Classic, and my thought process is, man, this guy's pretty good, and this guy might be able to step in right away. And you start letting your imagination take over. When you see whatever he puts out there on the floor, do you have to be careful to temper your expectations, or even maybe temper the way you talk about him, even if you do feel like he could be a big boy?
Yeah, because you don't want to throw a lot at a guy right away. Obviously, he had a really successful year at Michigan and accomplished a lot there and was a great college player. But you want to give a guy the opportunity to adjust to being a pro and to just work through the daily grind. And Yaxel has been great for us. He's a very talented guy that can do a lot on the court as far as handling the ball and pick and roll and making reads out of that and just attacking downhill. He's obviously shot it pretty well so far. And defensively, he gives us a lot on and off the ball. And he's just a big presence out there, wingspan, size, ability to rebound the ball and push it himself. So he gives us a lot, and we've just been on him about just being consistent, because the consistency is the biggest thing in this league. And when you have an 82-game season, it's just how many consistent nights can you put together, and that kind of is a difference for a lot of guys.
Now, in regard to the principles offensively and defensively, will you guys run what the big club runs, or how does that work?
Well, for us, we've been trying to keep it simple as far as our principles, because it's also just personnel based, and so our focus has been on our offensive spacing and making sure the guys understand spacing and the cutting principles that we're talking about, because on these drives that happen, you want guys to know, okay, where is my outlet going to be when I drive the ball? Like, where is my teammate going to be? Like, if I have to pick up my dribble, jump stop in the paint, where am I going to be able to kick this out to? Where am I going to find my outlets? And then we've just been drilling down the reads with these guys of different situations when either you're driving the ball or you're in pick and roll, or if the big is diving to the rim, reading the defense and being able to make plays out of that. So that's a lot of what we've been doing. And then defensively, it's been pretty similar concepts that we have done for years in Golden State. And it's about just transition defense and just our overall style and just keeping the ball in front of us. And then when that ball is driven, like having a really active help side. And like we always talk about, it's a five-man shell. It's 5 guys on a string, like reading and reacting and just supporting each other. So that's kind of what we've been stressing to these guys as far as principles.
Khalid Robinson joining us on 95.7 The Game. He's going to coach the Golden State Warriors Summer League team in Vegas. Will Richard last year, second-round pick, kind of came out of nowhere, made an impact early. I'm not sure exactly what happened, maybe a little rookie wall or he got banged up a little bit, but do you expect Will Richard to be a fixture in the Warriors rotation next year? And will you be able to tell this summer if he's kind of built on last season? And I mean by asking you, do you expect Will Richard to be one of the better players in the league, the summer league?
Yeah. I've already seen that from Will, like in the Cali Classic. Like, he put together 2 really good games there and a good week of practice, and we've seen him implementing the things that we've talked about in the postseason and throughout the summer. Like, Will came in a few weeks after the season ended and was here pretty consistently up until the start of Summer League, working on things that he needs to get better at to just be a constant contributor in our rotation next year, as far as shooting the ball and making good reads offensively and defensively containing the ball. And so, I think he's done a good job of those things, and he needs to just continue to work on those throughout Summer League to just put himself in the best position to be a part of our rotation going into next season.
Khalid, the Bay Area was excited when Yaxel's name was pronounced on draft night, and then we see the Classic, which I know is, kind of Summer League, but he just looked smooth. The transition looked smooth. Were you at all shocked that he kind of just picked it up, on like it was nothing, like he was still in college almost?
Yeah. Well, I kind of got adjusted to it just watching him practice and seeing how he adapted to the NBA game there. And then when the game started, he just has a different level of competitiveness, and we saw it when he played at Michigan. And the guy, when he steps on the floor in these games, like, plays at a very high level, and then he brings this high basketball IQ and feel for the game to go along with his positional size. So yeah, I was definitely happy with what I saw, and he's made a pretty good transition so far. And obviously, NBA season is a long season, so it's just about just consistently stacking those good days.
Khalid Robinson joining us on 95.7 The Game. He's going to coach the Golden State Warriors Summer League team in Vegas. Let me ask you this. You guys over the years have been known to, play an open offense that's based on a lot of movement, player movement and ball movement. I think Steve Kerr last year said maybe you got away from that a little more because of personnel. You've already brought back some guys that have been on the team next year. Do you anticipate any kind of change stylistically? I know you guys have been talking about turnovers. Is there a change you can make stylistically that you might be thinking of making that could help limit those turnovers and play more efficient offensively?
I think in terms of the turnovers, a lot of it is just locking in on our spacing. Because I think when guys are spaced and organized, like that, you have less turnovers out there. Because like I said earlier, guys know where the outlets are going to be. The guys on the perimeter move as the ball is moving, and they know when they need to cut. So I think our main focus has just been getting the guys organized in terms of spacing and cutting. And I know that is a priority for our team going into the season, and just making sure we're organized and well spaced, and we know when we need to cut. So that guys, again, like know where the outlets are going to be, and guys in the perimeter know where they need to move so that they're in the right space most of the time.
Man, I'm just fascinated by, this opportunity for you, and you and my partner kind of talked about this, but do you address the team, as one, or do you do that and pull guys to the side on an individual basis? Because, Will Richard, he got a taste of the league. Are his goals different than like a Yaxel, and how does that work?
Yeah, so we definitely address the group together, and we have our team goals for the team here in Summer League, but we have individual conversations. I speak with guys, the assistants on the staff speak with guys. They show guys film every day after every game, and they work with them individually in practice. So it's a combination of this collective team message we have, but also the individual messages for each guy on what they need to do as an individual to improve and get ready for the regular season, and also just impact winning right here during Summer League.
Khalid, thank you so much. Oh, actually, I did want to ask you. I'm sorry. I want to ask you one more about Lendeborg and Will Richard. Does it change the dynamic at all, or does it? Is there any more pressure on those guys because Moody and Jimmy aren't going to start the year, and there may be a few more openings for those guys? Like, do you guys articulate that opportunity to them? Do you not have to? How's that playing out?
Yeah, I don't think there's added pressure on these guys. I think for them, it's just about getting better each day with the process. And I think the process is the most important thing. And it's the process in terms of like, how consistently do you execute the principles that we're talking about, that we're being asked of you, that I'm talking about, that Coach Kerr is going to talk about? I think that's the focus right there, is like, can I consistently check these boxes on the process every day? And I think if your process is in the right area and you're consistently getting better at these fundamentals and at these teaching points, you're going to put yourself in a good position once preseason and training camp starts.
Love it.
Hey, Khalid, thank you so much for joining us.
Good
really
luck,
appreciate it. Good luck down there. And when's your first game?
Our first game in Vegas is today. We play the Dallas Mavs, so looking forward to that.
Butterflies? You got some butterflies?
No. It's just I'm just excited to watch our guys compete and fly around and play with a great sense of joy and competitiveness.